The first step you have to do is let the vehicle warm up. You're going to cycle from park, reverse, neutral, drive, from drive, neutral, reverse to park, just to get the fluid circulating in the transmission. I'm going to get it up to at least 100 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and keep letting that warm up, and then we're going to go below. We're going to go ahead and take off the cover, which is this right here. Looks like it's missing a couple of pieces, so we're going to go ahead and take that off and then access the transmission. To get all these metal clips off, all it is just a flat head. You can see, just kind of turn it counterclockwise to remove it. All it's held is these little arrow shaped locks. Mine did have one clip, so I ended up removing that too. So other than that, that's the only thing really that's holding it in place. And here's the drain bolt right here. Before you start draining it, make sure you take off this drain bolt right here, or the fill bolt right here. You definitely need to make sure that thing comes off first before you even start draining it. So I'm gonna zoom back out. It's next to the neutral safety bypass. So you're gonna need one of these number 8, 3/8 attachment. For this one, it does help to have a little 3/8 breaker bar. So you're gonna go counterclockwise. I already got it loose, so as you can see, but it does help to have a longer one than a normal size ratchet. You don't have to pull on it to try to take it off. Less force. So go ahead and remove that. Make sure you have your pan underneath, and then we'll measure how much comes out. Make sure you try to catch the drain bolt. The fluid's not too bad, so I'm gonna go ahead and crack the drain bolt from the top, clean this drain bolt, and pretty much use the new one that came with the 4 quarts kit from Honda. Here's the fluid that you will need. For the 4-cylinder, you're gonna need the 2.0. Obviously for the V6, you're gonna need the 3.1. Make sure you clean off the fill screw or bolt. This one you can reuse. However, the drain, you don't want to use that. Obviously there's going to be some debate about buying both. They're literally the same exact one, but the fill itself, I have no issue with that since the fluid would stay down. But however, the bottom one, or the drain, that you definitely want to replace. Here's the part number for the drain, and like I said, ATF type 3.1. So we're gonna wait a little bit more until that thing fully drains out. I already have the funnel ready, so it's ready to fill. You can use just about anything, but this is what I got, so makes it a little bit easier. Go ahead and tighten the new drain. You don't want to go crazy tight on these, just kind of snug one. You don't want to go way too tight. Just like that. Clean it up a little bit. And then you're pretty much done on the drain. So now we're gonna go ahead and moving on to filling it up. So it's kind of hard to see a little bit, but drained it just about perfectly, about 3.5, just shy a little bit, 3.5 quarts. So go ahead and put in half a quart and then put in the rest. So you should have half for your next transmission fluid change. Now if you do not have 3.5, that means I'd advise you measure it, but I will measure it. I'd say about 10 miles of driving it around, pop the level bolt off, and then see if it's dripping. But for now, so far we are good at 3.5, and then we'll go ahead and put 3.5 quarts in. I went ahead and put in about 450 milliliters, so that should be about half a quart, a little over half a quart. I'm gonna go ahead and dump in the rest, so that should make it 3.5. This is a pretty stinky transmission fluid, so just kind of be prepared for that. And do not waste these, because these are pretty expensive fluids. Also, make sure you shake it before you pour it. Once you have everything tightened up, go ahead and start the vehicle. Go ahead and let it run for a couple of seconds. Cycle it from park, reverse, neutral, drive, drive, neutral, reverse, park. Give it a couple of seconds. Go to neutral, drive, and we're going to go ahead and go in the front and check for leaks. That's already been tightened up. Go ahead and check on the bottom. Once you confirm that there's no leaks, go ahead and put that metal plate back, and you're pretty much done.